Caregivers have such an important role and often have to help their loved ones with many daily tasks, including cooking meals.
Today we're in the kitchen and we're cooking with Aileen, one of our fellow colleagues at ELLICSR and caregiver for her parents. So Aileen, what are some of the approaches that you take when preparing food for your parents?
When I prepare food for my parents, it has to be really simple and easy because I'm running a lot of errands and I go to work. And so it's something that is tasty, healthy, and something that they enjoy as well. But unfortunately, because I'm not that experienced and I'm not that great of a cook, I'm repeating recipes over and over again, and I think they're getting really bored with what I'm giving them.
Well, I think you're hitting on some of the points there. It's really important when preparing food for your loved ones that it is easy to prepare, that it tastes great, and it's nutritious for you. Another thing to keep in mind is prepare food that's easy to store. If you can freeze food, and that way when you're not feeling like cooking or you don't have the energy to cook, you can easily take that food out, warm it up, and it's good to go.
That's a really good idea.
Absolutely. Another important thing is, it sounds like you're really busy, you're constantly on the go. So as a caregiver, you always want to put all your energy into caring for your loved one.
Absolutely.
You want to make sure you're also taking care of yourself, and that means cooking meals that not only they will enjoy, but that will be healthy and enjoyable for you too, so that you're not, grabbing food on the run.
You gave us actually a really nice recipe for a taro soup. We're gonna prepare that today, and we're gonna add a few ingredients and a couple little tricks to kick up the flavor a little bit and make it a little bit easier for you.
They love taro, so
All right,
awesome.
Ready to go?
Yeah.
We're gonna need 2 cups of taro diced, 3/4 of a cup of red lentils, and you can rinse those ahead of time, 2 cups of Swiss chard chopped, 2 carrots diced, 3 cloves of garlic crushed, 1 large onion diced, half a lemon, 1 liter of vegetable stock or water, and 1 tablespoon of olive oil. All right, so you ready to cook the taro soup?
Yes.
You're armed with spoon in hand. All right. So we're gonna start off with a large soup pot over medium heat. I wanna get that hot enough. We're gonna add our olive oil, and our onions are gonna go in. And you can hear that sizzle.
Yeah.
Your food should speak to you, so now you know that the heat is ready. And for our garlic, we're using 3 cloves, and we just wanna crush them ahead of time. So you can use, that's where you come in. So spoon on, that's it, you got it. I think you've done this before.
The knife, where I end up cutting myself.
Yes, there we go. So garlic in the pot, and you can give that a quick stir. And we want that to soften for about 5 or 6 minutes, and then we can start adding the rest of our ingredients.
Okay.
All right, so the onions look great. See how they softened up? We have some really nice color. That means flavor, and we're ready to add some more ingredients. So we can go ahead and add our taro. You just throw that right in.
Okay.
Perfect. And then our carrots and our red lentils too. Now the red lentils are gonna cook down really nice and give it a really nice creaminess to the soup.
Taro is a root vegetable, and it's similar to a potato, but it has almost 3 times as much fiber. Now, having a diet that's high in fiber can help to reduce or prevent constipation, and also lower the risk of colorectal cancer.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, now if your loved one is experiencing diarrhea, then you want to lower the fiber in this recipe. And you can do that by replacing the taro with a peeled potato and leave out the lentils.
Today we're using vegetable stock. Christy, if you don't mind passing it over. You can use chicken stock, you can even use water if you want.
Okay.
And we just want to make sure we have enough to cover. So you can go ahead, add that in, just be careful. You can add it all.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
The more the merrier.
Beautiful.
Okay.
And we're gonna bring that up to a boil, and then that's gonna simmer for about 20 to 25 minutes, just until the taro has softened and you'll see that the red lentils start to break apart a little bit.
So Aileen, you had a great comment about how do you make food taste interesting, especially if you're doing those big batches and you're freezing portions for later. So it's a good idea to have your parents flavor each individual portion at the table. So that way they can add whatever herbs, spices, condiments, or sauces they enjoy. And this is also really good if your loved one's suffering from having a poor appetite or taste changes. because then you can change up the flavor each time they're eating.
That's actually a really good idea. But there is one challenge that I wanted to ask you about, and that's weight maintenance. My dad's having trouble maintaining weight, and he's trying to gain. And my mom is actually watching her weight and trying to lose it.
Oh, that's another great comment. So how do you meet different kind of weight or calorie needs in the same household? And as a caregiver, you don't want to be cooking multiple meals.
No.
So you can start with, a healthy recipe that contains some fiber, such as this one.
Okay.
And this would be perfect for the person who is watching their weight or has a little bit of weight to lose. And then for the person that needs to gain some weight, you can try adding some boosters to get some extra calories and protein. So to add some more calories to this recipe, you could add some extra olive oil, some extra butter in the recipe. You could also, with meals in general, add things like gravy in order to boost up the calorie content. Something like whole milk as well, or coconut milk can also help to bring up the calories in a soup.
Coconut.
Okay, perfect. And then to get that extra protein in there, you could always get some hard-boiled eggs, get those ready, store them in the fridge, and just slice those up and add them to a recipe, or crack them into a soup and allow the egg to cook.
Okay.
Or you mentioned that your parents love seafood, so you could put in some shrimp, some fish, whatever cooked chicken or turkey you have on hand. Even things like some grated cheese over top to really boost that protein content.
All right, so now our soup has been simmering for about 20 minutes. You can see how the red lentils have kind of broken up a little bit. So we want to add some leafy greens right to the end. It's going to give it some really nice taste, some flavor, with some really nice color as well.
And nutrition.
And nutrition, of course. This is Swiss chard. We can add spinach, you can add kale, whatever your family likes. And just a little bit, and this is already chopped. Stir that in, and then just to finish, a little bit of lemon juice. The lemon juice is going to help to pick up all of those flavors. It's going to give it a really nice kick. And then a pinch of salt, and you can do this to taste. That way you're not adding too much. And that is it. I know you're waiting with spoon and bowl.
I know about the best part.
It's all done, and remember, this can be frozen ahead of time.
that's great.
You can put it into the freezer, individually freeze them in even like little muffin tins, and that way when you want have some nice soup, warm it up, and it's good to go.
Oh, great.
So let's ladle some of this in here. And the taro breaks down really nice. It's same with the lentils. It gives it a really nice thick consistency, kind of like comfort food. All right.
Give that a try.
Yeah. It's good.
Something
Really
the
good?
whole family will enjoy.
Mom and Dad, you're gonna like this.
All right.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Well, thanks so much for joining us in the ELLICSR Kitchen today, Aileen.
Yeah, thank you for teaching me this new recipe.
And for even more recipes, tips, and techniques, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.